What's going on, everybody? This is Donald Russell here at DRP Fitness and Health, and today we're going to be making a video on 5 tips of becoming a personal trainer. Stay tuned. All right, guys, to get started, we're going to jump right into it. Tip number 1, learn how to engage with clients. Now, this is something that I wish I was told early on. You know, it can be a struggle when you're first getting to be a personal trainer. But one of the things that I've always noticed in my years of training is learning how to talk to clients, or potential clients, that is. So when you have some people that come in, they're not sure what they want to do, they're not sure what you can offer them. And it's more so of you controlling the conversation, you being as comfortable as you can and making sure that you can help them, you know, find out what's needed. If there's something that you can provide for them, maybe it's some online training, maybe it's something as far as nutrition tips. Maybe they have some, you know, a family member or, you know, children or siblings that also wants to come in and train. So you got to understand, this is not just for them. This could be a potential client from everybody that's also connected to that person as well. So these are the things that you want to come up with different forms of habits or different questions that can help you just get more information from that person. It can be tough, can be a little, you know, scary at first. And sometimes it is frustrating because some of them, they want to cut right to the chase. They may want to know what exactly is your price, you know, what can they get out of it? And you're trying to slowly, you know, get them to understand what you provide and how you do things. But some people, they like to cut right to the chase. And for that, you just have to learn how to adapt. But come up with some questionnaires, follow a program, learning how to read certain books or follow a certain structure on what's necessary. What are some of the key questions that you can ask them to help you get more of an understanding and to help you get that sale, which is going to be huge because that person could be a potential client and the people that they know could become clients of yours too as well. Okay, this leads us into tip number 2, and that's just having that positive mindset. Now, we always want to make sure we engage in with a smile, joy. Always want to make sure we're reassurance on, hey, look, we can find a way to make things possible. Even if they've hit that brick wall in the past, you know, they may be going through some troubles. Maybe it's more physical than, you know, emotional, or it could be something that they don't understand it as in, you know, their own. This is where we come in. Always be reassuring. We're positive. Hey, look, we're going to find a way no matter what, even if that means we have to attack nutrition, we have to do more online things. If you want me to give you a call, you know, afterwards, we always want to find a way to do more, to make sure we're helping them. So it's just having that positive mindset, not only for yourself, but for that client. If they see that and they reflect off of you, you guys can, you know, find a chance to be successful, and that's what's going to be key for you. Okay, tip number 3. This one is huge. Learning how to adapt. It's one of my biggest problems I had when I first became a personal trainer. This is more important because not only do you have to learn how to adapt with, you know, if you have to change certain workouts for that day, if you have to change certain times for that day, but it can also be something to where if you guys had something planned to work in a 6-week program, now with the schedules, it could be a little bit of a conflict. So now you have to change certain workout days to where instead of it being that 3 times a week, you have to expand it to maybe only twice a week or maybe even once a week. But this is where you have to learn how to adapt. What are some things you can do if it's only just one day a week? If it's only just 2 times a week? What are some workouts they can do? What can I still do to help this person be successful and the goal they're trying to reach, which is the most important part. This is the adaptation that we need to do, especially as personal trainers. We have to be ready. We have to be prepared. And then we have to figure out what is the goal and how can we reach it, even if we go through a different path than what we originally planned. But if we're 2 steps ahead, which is the most important part, we can figure it out and we can plan it together and be ready and always 2 steps ahead. Tip number 4, get comfortable with making uncomfortable conversation. This usually leads into 2 different topics, scheduling and pricing. For scheduling, usually the block times that are typically full are the 8 a.m. through the 11 a.m. time frame. Now, you may have potential clients that want one of those time frames, but if you're completely booked, there's nothing you can do about it. the best way to go about it is to try to see if you can have that person adapt to your schedule. Hey, look, if they can do it early morning or late afternoon, it works perfectly. But if they can't, this may be something that you have to have that conversation of, hey, maybe later in the weeks that I can get that, or maybe later, in the year I can get that time open. But for now, we can't get that time open. So if they can't adapt to it, that's that conversation that you're going to have. Because if you try to go around it or try to find different ways to plug them in here for a week or two, it will be an issue that you'll run into later. It always happens. Which leads us into the pricing. And it could be two different ways with pricing. It could be something that the client or potential client does not want to pay, or they feel like they should get it at a lesser price, or somebody across another trainer may charge them a little bit less, which you have to stand on what your pricing is. Also, if you have potential clients, and let's say you've been training those clients for a year and it's time for them to renew, but now you're going to up your prices a little bit, because we never want to stay the exact same. We always want to make sure we increase our prices, whether it's going to be 6 months or whether it's going to be a year, but you also want to make sure you're providing the essential tools to show that, hey, look, I'm more valuable and I understand what you need and what you need to be successful. So now here's an increase in my prices, and what you come up with or how you present that to the client, it has to be said. That's that uncomfortable conversation that we don't want to have, but it needs to be said. Tip number 5, do more than the average. As personal trainers, we never want to get into the habit of just training that client for that potential time and then that's it. They never hear from us again until the next session. No, we always want to make sure we're sending motivation, we're sending tips, giving them nutrition facts, always asking questions. Hey, what do you need? How did you feel in that last workout? What can we do more that can help you reach your goals? And you have to be okay, even if they give you some feedback that you may not like. No, you just learn how to adapt to it like we talked about in the beginning. And then you provide the essential tools that can help them. This is important for us to be successful as trainers, but also for us to help them as their clients or potential clients to reach their goals. I just want to say thank you all for watching the video. If you like the information that was in there, make sure you like and subscribe, and also hit that bell notification to keep up with some of the videos that I provide. And not only am I trying to help with the fitness and health industry and also the athletes with sports, but I'm also trying to help with anybody who's a new personal trainer, or if you just want to get more of an understanding, if you've been in the business for a while, but it's still some walls that you hit. And I want to give you my experience of what I've been through in the 8 years that I've been a personal trainer and also now a new business owner. Also, leave a comment if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, or if you want for future videos that I can provide for you guys, and I can see if I can find a way that if I can help you guys, all right? Stay tuned, and we'll have some more coming.